there's also decisions to make in Phoenix. They build a team that's around Kevin Durant and bringing in Bradley Beal, and obviously you've got Devin Booker there, to get swept and not even be particularly competitive, Ash, in a lot of that series against the Timberwolves. You look at the way that their salary is set up here and the money that they've got committed. Where do the Suns go from here in this offseason?
Well, and the lack of draft capital,
right.
the inability to improve and bring in some affordable contracts. Yeah, it's a mess. They were built badly. I mean, it was sort of an old school kind of a build. It reminded me of the first year of the Miami Heat super team, where they brought those guys in, but they really weren't prepared to pay for that right away. And so they ended up with a very thin bench, complementary players that didn't really complement, and they got the 3 stars in the door. But I think they had more maneuverability in Miami to flesh out that roster in the coming years. They made it to the finals that first year and then got beat by Dallas. And then they won a couple of championships after that. Dwayne Wade took a step back, and there was not that sort of fight for supremacy with the ball. Phoenix, it was just an old model, I think. I think they were reaching for something that didn't make sense even on paper if you looked at those 3 stars. I mean, Devin Booker, even, Durant and Beal were saying, he's got to be the guy. He's our alpha. And Durant obviously is still a potent scorer, dangerous player, tough matchup. That made sense. But Bradley Beal, after the injuries he'd had, after the sort of a one-dimensional career that he's had, it didn't fit well. And certainly his salary, what's owed to him on his contract, does not fit well. Not having a point guard, it still matters. They talk about this as positionless, the positionless era, and we're supposed to pick all NBA teams that way. Well, you know what? Point guards do matter. If you think of that roster with Chris Paul on it, as opposed to Beal or Booker trying to bring the ball up and organize the offense. And, you do need somebody to say no, as they like to say, to guys who are not as open or ready to receive the ball as they think they are. I just think that was bad roster construction. And, Frank Vogel or somebody else might pay a price for that, but it really was a front office gaffe, the way they built that team.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.